So in this lesson, we're going to look at color spaces. And before we finish setting up this first material, we need to make sure that each texture map is using the correct color space. And this is important because not all texture maps are used in the same way. So the color map, for instance, this one contributes directly to what we see on the screen. So it needs to be interpreted as color information. And for this reason, we set the color map to a color space of sRGB. Now, if you just click on this drop down, you're going to get all these various categories, and sRGB can be found under display, and it's right here at the top. Now, maps like metalness and roughness, and even the normal map over here, these maps, they work a little bit differently. They're not contributing to visible color to the material. Instead, they are controlling specific material properties. And because of that, they should not be color corrected or converted in any way, shape, or form. So for these maps, we set their color space to utility raw. So once again, if you just click on the drop down, you come over here to utility and you'll see that raw is the only option. Now, utility raw tells Arnold to read the data exactly as it is. And a common mistake that often happens with normal maps is that because they appear colorful, it's easy to assume that they should be set to sRGB. However, those colors are not meant to be seen as color. They represent surface direction, data. So normal maps must also be set to utility raw. Now at this stage, the main color space settings we need to remember are simple. We have color maps that use sRGB, and then we have utility maps such as metalness and roughness and normal and even height, and they all use utility raw. Now, later in the production process, especially when working with more advanced lighting or rendering workflows, we may encounter other colorful space settings, or rather color space settings. But for now, these two settings are the most important ones for our texture maps. And I'm not going to repeat the full texture setup process for every material in the scene. There are 4 materials in total, and you can now repeat the same process for the remaining ones. Once all the materials are set up correctly, we will move on to creating a basic HDR lighting setup so that we can begin rendering the scene.